Hello and welcome to my channel, to another weekly journal. If you're new here, my name is Katarina and I'm the person behind By Katarina Designs. If you're not new, welcome back. So last week I wasn't in my greatest mood, and now if you see my voice I think I know why, because I catch a cold. I think my daughter came with the virus or something, because she was feeling not 100% well for about a couple of days, but then she was fine, and now I'm getting this. And it's of course that kids are better than us on handling this kind of stuff, because I'm kind of, but I'm okay. So I was working on many things at once this week, so a bit of a progress from everything. So anyways, let's get started with our weekly journal. Okay, so first thing first, what I want to show you today is, and we can say that this video was sponsored by Hobby, because they sent me some yarn to try it on. I think it's from their new collection, so it's kind of new, and I have it all over here, a big package, and let's see what yarn I got. I know that I have two types of yarn, and the first one is Pearly Haze by Hobby. This is viscose, I don't know if I'm pronouncing correctly, and wool, and it's a medium weight yarn, and it has 110 meters per 50 grams of yarn. And you can use a 6mm crochet hook or 5mm needles, or of course one as you like it. And it's the name, it's really nice, the Pearl Haze, because it's kind of having this shine. And what I like is that is this tube kind of yarn. So look how beautiful it is, and I love it. Maybe, I don't know, being with 73 viscose, I think it won't be that too warm to work it for something for summer, but I already started to work on a cardigan, so it might be into, I don't know if it's this season, but of course it's a transitional cardigan, so I don't know when I will finish it. So this is it. I'm kind of following the same shape, or maybe a bit smaller as my knitting version, the Raye cardigan, which was made with single skeins of yarn. And this is the same stitch pattern as I use for the colorful sweater. So there are these V stitches in half double crochet, which are giving this mesh stitch pattern, which I love, and it's a simple repetition. Here I'm working the back and front panel together until I will get to the armpit, but I want to make it a bit longer, so I still have a few rows to work. And the other yarn that I got is from their Bingo collection, and it's called Bingo Bingo XL. This one is acrylic, 100% acrylic, also medium weight yarn, and it's in this beige color that I picked. Yeah, and it's really nice. It's really soft acrylic, so it's not I have to say that I touch many acrylics yarn, and this is quite a great one. And for this one, what I have planned is something knitting. I already made a swatch in garter stitch. Well, my tension is not perfect, but yeah. Because I have, since I released the Batwing sweater, so many people ask me if I have a knitting version of it. You know that I'm not well, I don't pretend to be a good knitting designer or an experienced knitting designer, but I do think that if you understand knitting and you know the shaping, the structures of something, you can design in knitting as well as in Tunisian crochet and so on. So this is what I'm intending to do with this yarn, to make a version of the Batwing sweater but in knitting. And I chose a garter stitch because in original Batwing wings I was using the half double crochet, and I think it will work better in garter stitch than in stockinette. So this is what I'm planning to do with this yarn. So thank you so much, Hobby, for this gift. It was nice and I can't wait to use it. I have enough, maybe from this, maybe I will have some left over, and I'm thinking to make the colorful sweater as well into unicolor, because this is what I was wanting to do even from right from the beginning after finishing this. So yeah, so thank you so much. These are a few projects, so it's like kind of already started to get into the weekly journals. This I started to work on it while I was in Cologne for the H+H event or fair, and I want to take it slow with this project because it's not something that I want to release this month, next month. It can be at the end of the summer with no problem. So yeah. Okay, but before we're starting to show you what I have more, because I just checked the Google form link, and I have two questions that I want to answer. First is from Suzanne. She was asking how to send me a progress with a colorful version of the sunshine sweater that I was showing you, and she wants to send me a photo, so I will put my email address somewhere over here, or you can find, I will try to put them in the description, because I want to put all my links to social media into the description for every video, but somehow I forgot about it. So check the description, I'll put my email address and also social media, and you can send me the photos there. And of course, I do prefer email if you have some questions about it, so it's not showing the process, but it's your attempt and you have some questions. It will be easier for me to follow up on email. And from Marina, she's asking some accounts of crochet and knitters that I follow, and maybe to suggest them to follow as well. I do have some people that I follow, and I love to see their progress all the time, and some people are really famous I think, and maybe you already know them. Here on YouTube, I have to be honest that I don't know if the people have also a YouTube channel, and if they are publishing patterns over here. I will just say a few that I remember from their Instagram account, but I will try to search I don't know, to make a top 5 let's just say, and trying to give you the handles for their social media so you can follow as well. So from the Crocheters, of course, that you know, Mari Castro. I love her style, I love her way of expressing herself, and so on. And she has a YouTube channel as well. Then I love Crocheting Away. She's doing some amazing color work but easy, interesting designs, and I do love to follow her because she's a Romanian, and of course that I have this kind of feeling, and trying to do my best to I don't know, to comment, to follow up on her, because I know how important it is. Then from the crocheters, there are so many right now that I love to look at their work and see what they come up with. Maybe I don't remember exactly the name right now, but I will try to. Oh, Cozy Creative Creations, which I love her style, this boho chic vibe. Also from Crocheters, I do love Ali Maravillas, which makes beautiful stuff, and they are all looking so neat and perfect. Yeah, and from the knitters, I love Petite Knit, I love Kaitre, I love and if you are more into wool and pine, there are so many knitters out there. Maybe I don't remember the names, but I will make sure that I will put them in the description below. So yeah, maybe some of them you already know, or maybe they are new to you, and I can put them over there so you can find them easily and give them a follow if you're not following them already. So yeah, these were the two questions for me. So now we can get and start working and start showing you what I was working on this week. Okay, so first, because I know that all of you are waiting for the Marcel sweater pattern, it took me a lot with the videos and with the written pattern, because somehow I was starting to tell you from the last week, somehow this pattern could be written even easier or in a few words, let's just say, but I decided to basically for the yoke section I was writing the pattern row by row for each size, or the sizes that were, of course, that if are common rows then are all sizes all in one place, but then when something is different for other sizes, I split it and I specified this in the pattern. And I decided that because I know many people will say that this pattern is too wordy, too many words, too many things, too many, maybe because of that they will find it difficult to follow, because I put myself in their shoes, and I know that this will happen with me. If I'm seeing too many things, I'm getting lost in between the words, and I don't know what it's all the pattern about. But I know that so many people, this sweater had such a huge impact in so many people, and I want everyone, doesn't matter if it is experienced, if not, to be able to make this sweater. So that's why I decided to write the pattern row by row for the yoke section, which is the most maybe difficult part. But I assure you that if you will follow a bit of the pattern, and if you are experienced and intuitive, this pattern is also intuitive, and you can also adjust it if you want. So don't worry that you see too many words or too many pages. This is because I just want this pattern to be available for everyone and every type of maker. That's why I included charts at the end of the pattern, because in case you just want to take a look and see what is happening and what is all the design about, then to be easier for you to understand everything and to start and work on it. I decided to have round by round with stitch count because for me as a maker, I'm not considering me as a designer, as a maker, if I say that it's my stitch count is not correct or something like that, if I'm checking ever this, I will adjust it on the way. So if I see that one stitch is missing, or 2 stitches, or 10 stitches, then I'm trying to add them, but making sure that the shape won't change or something, or I won't mess up too many things. I will try to add them. But for some people, it's important to have those stitch counts, so they will be able to follow further and to make sure that they are on the right path. And that's why I included this, to make it sure that it will be for more people than maybe the ones that are seeing the construction and imagine that it's an intermediate pattern. That's why most of the time I'm not even telling that it's an intermediate or advanced or beginner friendly, because I don't know, I want everyone to, and not to be intimidated by the pattern itself or by the design, to try. I will be supportive, I will give all the support is needed. But I want to see that people are making things. And as I said it before, if I can inspire you with a design to give you an idea of doing something else, or starting with my design to build something else, I'm even more happy. So that being said, this pattern took me a while. Also the video tutorials, because I wanted with the video tutorial to be to put every step in there. And I was thinking now while working on the video tutorial that for other people might be too much and maybe I will do a shorter video just explaining the construction, how I built everything and how I was thinking, because while I was editing this video, I was thinking that this kind of video would be helpful for me, for example, because if I can understand the construction, then I can build myself and adjust it to my measurements, to everything. But I need to understand what was the idea, the construction, which were the important steps into building this sweater. So I will make a video tutorial like this, and maybe or I don't know if it's a tutorial but I will do a video explaining the steps, the construction, what I was thinking on, maybe what to measure, to just in case if you want to just build up your own sweater. So it took me a lot of time with this one, but also I managed to finish this top and at first, because I want, maybe starting with next week or I don't know when, I want to finish with the square top, the one that I made last year, and I want to publish the video tutorial. And I was thinking to make another one, not for the video because I already filmed all the steps, but my first attempt of the sweater, maybe I will put of that top was from 4 squares, so 2 squares like this and then 2 squares for the back. And because I don't have it was too big for me, so I needed to make this the square smaller. But making them smaller kind of decreased the length as well when putting them on diagonal, and I didn't like that because I was leaving to be like over here and then with those fringe. So I kind of placed another one in the middle, so now it's out of 5 square, and I made this the video like this. But I wanted to try if I can increase the length without increasing the width, because then it will be a problem. So maybe to add a border or something. So I wanted to make with this yarn that thing. That's why I started with a square. But somehow, I don't know, when I'm starting working on something, it's like, I don't want to do that. And then I just started with the stole stitches with double, triple crochet, and I love how I was looking. And I was thinking, ooh, maybe in this way I'll have enough yarn to basically finish a top. And because the stitches are tall, it won't get too much yarn, so I tried to make a top. And it was really nice. I was having a few of the yarn and I added this fringe, which I love. So was another thing that I was finishing this week. Another thing that I was working on this week was I know I showed you the skirt before, but I managed, because I didn't in the video tutorial and pattern, it will be to insert the elastic band right before folding the ribbing, the waist ribbing, because it was really tricky to put it right after. And I kind of love this skirt, but I don't know, it's I will of course write a pattern, but it's something that maybe because I finished it with so long time ago, and now I have too many new ideas that's coming into my head, that I'm kind of, because I was super excited about this design and super excited about it, but now it's kind of faded. I don't know if you understand what I'm meaning. So it's not that wow anymore, and yeah, but we'll see. Maybe I will start working on it. And also because of the mosaic crochet, it's not thick, but yeah, it's I don't know if it's quite proper for summer, maybe spring, or maybe autumn, I don't know. So that's why I'm a bit but yeah, will be a pattern for this one sometime. And because while I was working on that skirt, the first attempt, because I had to undo it and try it all over, I was thinking that it would be nice to make a top as well. So I started this one this week. It's working pretty fast, and now after finishing the yoke, I just want to work with double crochet stitches just in the white color, and I kind of like it, but the same, I don't know. So yeah, this is, and of course I filmed the entire process, and is maybe I got the sleeves a bit too, they are okay, my hands are fitting in them, but maybe it needs a bit of more room, so I might have to undo this white part and start and leave a bit more stitches for the sleeves. So yeah, I like it, but again, I don't know, it's looking nice, I love how it's working, but I think it's not something that I will wear daily. For example, this top I will wear it during summer with no issues, so maybe it's my style that is the problem, I don't know. And yeah, so, but we'll see. I'm working on them, working, and then maybe the thing will come again. Another thing that I was working are a few more circles of the dress that I want to make the tutorial for. I think you remember. If not, I will put a kind of video over here to remind you, which is the design that I am working on with this circles. I think I have 15, and I said in another video that I will need 57 to finish the same length of the dress. The first dress, the black one that I made, it was with Cartona, and I told you before that with that yarn, even if it's fingering weight yarn, this is sport, I think. But because of the yarn itself being mercerized cotton, somehow my stitches are getting looser than, for example, with this one. So this second or third, because I already have the gray one that I need to finish because my friends want it. So this, I think that I'm getting with the circles a bit smaller, but this is more stretchy. So anyways, if I will block this to have the same measurements as the circles into the black dress, it will be, I will get there for sure. But yeah, so we will see, because looking, if I'm stretching it like this, it's already getting bigger than this one. I don't know if you can see. Look. So yeah, we'll see. So starting next week, or maybe this week, I'll try to make more of those circles, and maybe to start filming the video tutorial next week. And also next week I want to start and work on the pattern to see how to match for other sizes. I don't know if I will be able to make it up to 5 extra large, but I want to include more sizes into the pattern. So hopefully next week I will start working on that, and to see how it goes. If not, if the pattern won't work, I know that it can be made in many sizes, but it's really depending with the pattern, writing a pattern, how clear it sounds, because you can try different stuff to make it work, but it will be difficult to explain. But we'll see. Another thing that I was working, and it's a bad thing in this period, because most of my projects are the ones that I needed to film for the tutorials. And during evenings, if after putting my daughter to sleep, I don't have something that from my current projects to work, so either I'm working with the knitting sunshine sweater, the colorful one, I'm putting some more rows, or I don't know, it feels like I need to start something else, because I don't have any evening projects for now until I will finish filming the steps. And I was showing you last week, wait, let me I was showing you last week the top that I started to make using my mom's doilies as centerpiece, and now I finished the side, filling everything, and I started with the middle. And meanwhile, while I was working, because I need to keep this on the mat so it stays in shape, so it was difficult for me to turn around and work on the wrong side, but somehow I find a method to work from left to right without turning. So I'm kind of working the stitches reverse, and I know that it's not perfect, but for me this top means a lot. And this kind of Irish crochet, I sew it, and they are some great pieces, like, I don't know, wedding dresses, so something really fancy and elegant. And it was an idea to just use a sport top, but with this technique. I don't know, it will be interesting, and I can't wait to finish. And I'm going every time when I'm having like a free spot somewhere over here, I'm just, okay, let's just make a few stitches more, because I'm really excited to see how it will look in the end. So yeah, basically these were the things that I was working on this week. I will put the link to the video tutorials and written pattern for the demersal sweater. Again, I'm filming this on Thursday, finish everything, all the pattern and videos, but not published yet. But I'm thinking to publish it tomorrow on Friday, but this video, the weekly journal, will get out on Saturday. So it sounds a bit weird because I will put the link, but I don't know yet, because things can happen. But anyways, I'm trying to edit the video in the same day when I will publish it, the weekly journal, so I can make sure that I can update you with everything that was happening and or not happening. Okay, so this was for today. I hope that you find it interesting again because last week, I don't know, I was with the mood somewhere at my feet. But anyways, I know that these things can happen. I kind of being relaxed because you know, I said it here with the spring summer collection that I wanted to release, but I think I will release it pattern by pattern as until now, because if I'm not doing it at the end of this month or at the beginning of May, then it will be too late for people to be able to make those things for this summer. So I'm thinking if I won't be able, and most probably I won't, then I will start releasing those projects or designs pattern by pattern, and maybe at the beginning of the at the next year I will publish it as a collection, as the previous year collection, as a bundle, as something. I don't know. I have to think of, but I don't want to stress about it. So yeah. So thank you so much for being here with me for another weekly journal. Don't forget, if you have interesting questions, interesting suggestions, and not only interesting, we discuss everything. You can use the form below, or I will try to pay attention to the comments box as well to catch up those questions that you have for me. So thank you so much, and see you next week. Bye.